Hello everyone and welcome to a new Doomsday Lost Survivors video. This is Kincaid, and in this one we're gonna talk about gathering resources. I've struggled a big time when I started the game to gather resources because I did not understand that there were some specific heroes that you can use to gather resources faster, and there's some kind of ticks and some kind of talents that you need to work on your heroes. So I'm gonna explain all these stuff in this video for the beginners. So let's just get in. So the first thing that you need to keep in mind is the attributes for the heroes when it comes to gathering resources. For example, we have Maxine here. She has three different attributes like all the other heroes in the game, which is overall, gather, and support. We're gonna talk about gather in this one here, which is what we really care for. If any hero has this icon here, which is called gather, that means that this hero excels in gathering resources, and he will have at least one skill that helps increasing the gathering speed. For example, we have Maxine here. If you look at all the skills, she has a skill called Overload, which I started maxing first, and it increases the gathering speed for the food and oil by 36%, increases the wood and steel gathering speed by 24%. Without a doubt, Maxine is one of the best heroes to gather resources with, along with a couple of other heroes that I'm going to talk about in this video as well. However, I just wanted to point out at this attribute here, which is called gather. We have another hero that helps gathering resources faster, which is Sarah Vandermeer here. She also has the gathering attribute. This guy here, Alexander Skolov, Jeremy, and Chia, and there is a couple of blue heroes as well, Angela and Chris and Michelle. And never underestimate the blue heroes or the low tier heroes when it comes to gathering resources, because it's easy to develop them, whether to upgrade their skills or their level. And once you get the skills, they're gonna help you a lot. And I'm gonna explain why in a second. So this hero here is a green hero. This is the lowest tier when it comes to the hero tiers in the Doomsday Lost Survivors. And you can see here he got a skill called Scream Collection, and of course he got the attribute Gather. And this skill here helps increases the gathering speed for steel and food by 18%, and it helps increases the wood gathering speed by 12%. So not all heroes will be able to gather all kind of resources. For example, you cannot gather oil with this guy here because he does not have any attribute or any kind of skill that helps increases the gathering speed for the oil. I believe he got another skill as well, which is this. It increases the squad load by 30%. Now to the important part, which is the how much gathering speed is okay to gather. I'm gonna explain how in a second. For example, I always use Maxine to gather food because she got an insane amount of gathering speed when it comes to food, 36%. That of course, when it increases more when it comes to when we talk about the talents, but we're gonna talk about it in a second. So when we create squad, you can see here the squad load and the gathering speed, and you can see here that the gathering speed for this squad here for this specific resources 214%. And this is I'm using Maxine and I'm using Che. If we remove Che, you will notice that there is a big drop when it comes to gathering speed, 16% to be specific. And if we looked at Chea, her skill increases the gathering speed for the food by 16%. This is mainly because I don't have the skill maxed. So only the skills applies when you use an immortal, a hero as a vice general. But when it comes to using a hero as the squad leader, you get all the bonuses from the hero, either from the skills or from the talent. And this is what we're going to talk about right now. The talents are so important when it comes to gathering. For example, you can see here I'm upgrading only the gathering tree when it comes to Maxine because I'm only using her for gathering. So if you take a look at the talents are all the same for the gathering. You see here there's an oil gathering speed, steel gathering speed, wood gathering speed, and food gathering speed. By upgrading these to level 4, each and every one will increase this specific resource gathering speed by 30%, and this will help you a lot if you use this hero as the squad leader or the general of the squad. So there's another bonuses like squads lead by this hero will gain 7.5% bonus resources, and there is of course the last node which increases the gathering speed by 30% at max level, 5% for each and every level. So the main point here, if you're gathering with a hero at the squad leader, you need to focus at which kind of resource that you need to gather first. For example, I'm using Maxine to gather food all the time, so this is what we're gonna go first. You didn't need Maxine to be a very high level to max this. I believe you need her to be at least level 14, but you need any kind of hero to be level 24 in order to max all these 4 nodes at the same time. I have Chia at level 19 right now. If you look here, I managed to max the oil and the steel gathering speed, but I don't have enough point for the wood and the food gathering speed. Shea is level 19 right now, so if we get more 5 levels, 1 point for each and every level, that means that I will be able to max the food, add 1 point to the wood, but then I'll be able to increase the stars, and if we increase the stars for Shea, I'll get 4 more points. That means that I'll be able to increase the wood and the food to max level. I think I have Alexander Skolov here. Yeah, he's level 30 right now, and if you can see, I have this I have additional 6 points that I managed to get this the bonus yield at level 4 right now. All right, so gathering speed, great squad. If we added Shea in here, you will see a significant drop in gathering speed because I don't have the right talents to gather food with Shea, and also her skill increases the gathering speed by only 12%. But if we add Maxime back, you will see a big upgrade when it comes to the gathering speed for the food. If we used the same squad for any kind of other resources, for example, wood, there we go. Maxine, you will see there's a difference of 12%, which is the main skill for Maxine. All right, let's bring to the same node. We don't want to be kicked from the alliance. And one last thing I wanted to talk about, always make sure that you're gathering in your alliance resources. You get additional 30% gathering speed in your alliance territory. And of course, there's a couple of alliance tech and academy tech, research tech that you need to work on. For example, this research here, each and every one increases a specific kind of resource gathering speed. This one is food, the second is wood, the third is steel, and finally the oil gathering speed. Upgrade them to a decent level, you'll get, I'm getting 18% food gathering speed right now. And of course, the last research tech increases the gathering speed for all kind of resources. It is kind of expensive and requires a very high research lab, but is totally worth it. The last thing that I want to talk about, never gather resources outside of your alliance territory. And I believe this is everything that I wanted to talk about. This will be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.